Here's how you're gonna be outsourcing and scaling your Amazon selling business this year so you can stop doing everything yourself and start running your business from the outside rather than the inside. This is exactly how I run my business right now. I've outsourced the most time-consuming tasks, sourcing and prepping, so I can really focus on growing instead of grinding. In this video, I'm gonna break down what to outsource, when to outsource it, how to do it profitably, and avoid those mistakes. Hey hustlers, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jasmine, aka Jazz Hustles, and I am a 21-year-old Amazon seller. I started selling in the beginning of January 2023, and I'm still going at it. This was a highly requested video, and I feel like this is gonna help a lot of intermediate sellers that really just want to scale their business. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. If you haven't already, make sure to like it up, subscribe for more, and push that little bell so you're notified whenever I post. So here is why outsourcing matters. So look, when you first start your Amazon business, you are going to be doing everything. You're sourcing, prepping, listing, checking keep a charge, checking ROI, analyzing numbers, all of that. And that's perfectly fine when you're just starting out because you need to learn every part of this business before you start handing out tasks. But if you really want to scale your business, have this business replace your 9-to-5 job, hit 10K months, 20K months, 30K months consistently, you just cannot be stuck taping boxes every day. Real CEOs build systems, real CEOs delegate. You don't see Jeff Bezos packing boxes for Prime deliveries, do you? To grow a real sustainable Amazon business, you need to step outside of the business and start doing boss things and actually acting more like a boss rather than an employee. Now, here's when to start outsourcing. Before you go hiring a team of virtual assistants or giving all of your money to a prep center, I need to say this. I do not recommend outsourcing too early. You need at least 6 to 12 months of hands-on experience before you start handing off key tasks. And I don't just mean 6 months of having your Amazon selling account open. I mean 6 months of consistency and success. I would say at least 5K to 10K monthly and growing consistently before you even start delegating tasks to other people. Because you have to remember, if you don't know how to source yourself and you're just gonna get a VA off the rip just because sourcing is too hard in the beginning, you're not really gonna succeed because how are you gonna let that VA know your criteria? How are you gonna know what products are good to resell? Because they're gonna be sending you guys leads and you have to actually buy those leads. How are you going to actually be efficient enough? Because if you just hire a VA and you still don't know how to actually figure out whether or not products are good to resell, it's just kind of like a waste of time, to be honest. So you really need to make sure that you know how to do everything before you start outsourcing things. So before you even get a VA or you have someone prep for you, you should already be confident in reading keepographs, finding profitable products, knowing how to prep different categories, and also shipping to Amazon, as well as understanding your numbers. Because if you don't know how to do it yourself, how are you going to train someone else to do it right? And listen, if you're watching this and you are almost there, like you've got some wins, you've gotten a few sales, but you're not quite confident enough to scale your business, that's exactly what my mentorship is for. I work directly with sellers inside my inner circle community, helping them get consistent results, outsourcing smarter, and scaling without burning out. So click this link right up here to book a free one-on-one call with my team to see if we're the best fit for you and you're the best fit for us. So here's what to outsource first. Let's just say you got some experience, you're seeing the results, and you're finally ready to scale your Amazon business. There are two main things that I recommend outsourcing first. Number one, the prep, and then number two, the sourcing. Like I said before, these are the most time-consuming parts of this business. So let's just start with prep. If you're spending hours every week stickering, bagging, bundling, boxing up products, that's literally time you could be spending on growing your Amazon business. So here's a few ways you can outsource your prepping. Number one, you can use a prep center. If your volume is steady and you're constantly sending out hundreds of units a week to Amazon for Amazon FBA, you definitely should invest in a prep center. They basically handle everything for you: receiving, prepping, labeling, shipping, bundling, and they ship straight to Amazon. The way that it would work, let's just say you're doing online arbitrage. You know how you would usually get your product sent to your house? Instead, you're gonna put the shipping address as the prep center's address. Now, how do you find a prep center? You can go ahead, go online, look into your local area. I feel like it's best to either find a local prep center nearby. So let's just say you're doing some retail arbitrage and you can drop it off to them, like the inventory. But I mainly would recommend you using a prep center that is in a tax-free state. So then you don't have to be charged taxes and sales tax when you are purchasing products online to resell on your Amazon store, leaving more money in your pocket and, you know, just more profitability overall. So make sure to do your own research when it comes to prep centers. Search them online, search up tax-free prep centers online or locals that are in your area. Now, if you don't want to go the prep center route because you aren't really sending out hundreds of units consistently and you want to wait for that plan, you can always hire a family member or friend. So that's what I do right now. I actually hired my mom and she does shipments every single Thursday. I would say it ranges all the time, but I would say around 250 units to 600 units a week is how much we ship out every single week. So I pay my mom to prep. She doesn't work for anyone else, and it's kind of like a win-win situation. Just make sure that when you are outsourcing your prep or anything at all, make sure you are utilizing the Sellerboard software. If you don't even know what that is, make sure to watch my Sellerboard tutorial right up here. When you download Sellerboard, you want to make sure that you're including all of your expenses because you don't want all these expenses to eat into your profits. I actually have a link for 2 months free, so you can use this link right up here to sign up for Sellerboard. After the 2 months, it's really affordable. I think plans start as low as $15 a month. It does so much different stuff for your business and it helps keep track of the back ends of your business. Now let's talk about outsourcing the sourcing part of Amazon, which I'll be real with you, it is a game changer when it comes to scaling your Amazon business. I would say, I don't even know why it took so long to get a VA, but I just started with VAs basically this year, in the beginning of this year, but I feel like I could have used one a long time ago, I'm not gonna lie. But it's only a game changer if you do it right, okay? So let's hear me out. So sourcing takes the most mental energy in this business because you're constantly trying to find profitable products, analyzing ROI, checking competition, brand restrictions, using SellerAmp, Keepa, hundreds of tabs opens. It's a lot. But once you've mastered all of those things and you know how to find your own profitable products, if you don't know how to, I'll link up my online sourcing tutorials right up here. It is time to bring in the virtual assistants, which are VAs. So here's how I do it. At the moment, we have about 2 VAs that source profitable products for me every single day. They are in the Philippines, so they are charged about $3 to $4 an hour, and they both each work 40 hours weekly. And then I have my first VA who I ever hired. She's actually a purchaser now. So she purchases the products that the VAs put on the sheet, as well as she analyzes listings herself, and she also finds deals every day as well. So before I had her purchase for me, I basically would take 2 hours out of my day, usually in the morning. Once I wake up, I have a list of leads to go through and I just start purchasing the good ones, purchasing the ones that are actually within my criteria, and then I would ship it to my mom's house. But now, since I have a VA that I actually trust and she's been a pretty hard worker, she is now purchasing for me. So then I really don't have to do any of the purchasing. So that's why now, at least in these past days, I haven't really been spending too much time on my Amazon business because everything is like 99% outsourced. My VA who purchases for me, she also deals with the discrepancies, and then she also has my emails, so then she can go ahead and start emailing different stores that didn't send out certain units on time or didn't send out whatever unit, or if there's missing units or if there's broken units. That's all tracked in the Google Sheet, and she does all of that. And my mom who preps for me, she is the one that also has access to that same Google Sheet. So let's just say we purchased 10 units of a dog collar, right, from PetSmart, and then my mom says that she only received 8. Then she's gonna put it on the Google Sheet, and then my VA is gonna see it. She's going to email PetSmart under my email login, and then we're gonna get that refund or that replacement of 2. So it's like low-key kind of all outsourced. Like, I think the only thing I really do with my business now is maybe repricing, but I have a repricer for that. Like, it's just, I love it. I love it. Now, how are you going to be able to find a VA? So I actually used a VA program that they were already trained, but there's also a free way to do it where you can go to onlinejobsph.com and you can put up a job looking for trained VAs that already know what to do. Now, obviously they may be trained, but you might like them to see maybe 35% ROI and above, or only products that sell 500 times a month, whatever. So you still kind of have to like get on calls with them every so often to let them know what you want to look for, maybe a certain brand that you want to look for, maybe brands that you know you're already ungated in. So you are gonna have to conversate with your VA and not just leave them in the dust and just have them find profitable products for you. You do still kind of have to lead with them. Oh, and real quick, if you're still learning how to source the right way, or you want to see how I train my team, I'm going to be hosting a free live Amazon training on Sunday at 8 p.m. EST, and it's 100% free. Now, since it is completely free, there is very, very, very limited spots. So if you haven't already, make sure to secure your free spot to join my free live training using the link right up here. I'm going to be going over sourcing, tools, different mistakes that people make, a lot of information that I don't talk about on my YouTube channel. But let's just get back into it. So this is where we are going to be transitioning into the CEO mode. Once you've outsourced both the sourcing and the prep, you have so much more time for yourself to do whatever you want to do, whether it comes to growing your Amazon business, whether it comes to starting a brand new side hustle. I right now am getting into trading. I have long-term stocks that I've been investing in as well, but trading is mainly for me is what I'm kind of learning throughout this year, and I just can't wait to be a professional at it. I hate the beginning phases of starting something new sometimes because it's like so much information. Like, why can't I just be a professional already? Why can't I make 5K in the morning off of a 2-minute trade? But that's literally how it goes. That's literally how it is. So all this being said, this is CEO level work. This is what builds a business every single day without having you in the trenches doing all of the work that can be delegated to someone else. And because I trust my team and I've put these systems in place, I barely work on my Amazon business. I have more time to shoot content for you guys. I have more time to focus on the outside of the business. I have more time to focus on different side hustles, little hobbies, and just, stuff like that. But just here's a warning. Let me say it one more time. Don't rush it. If you start outsourcing before you know what you're doing, you're either gonna lose a lot of money or get stuck in the same place that you were at before. I've seen people outsource the sourcing part and get junky leads. They don't know what they're doing. And I've seen people use prep centers where they're only sending out like 20 units a week. Put in the work, learn it first, and then delegate with confidence. So there you have it. How to scale and outsource your Amazon business this year, like a real CEO boss. And just like how I did. If you want to really start running your business like a real CEO, and instead of having this just become some little side hustle and actually becoming a reselling empire, outsource your prep, outsource your sourcing, and focus on what actually grows your business. If you learned anything new in this video, make sure to like it up, subscribe for more, and push the little bell so then you're notified whenever I post. Also, connect with me more on all of my socials, Instagram and TikTok, Jazz Hustles, where I post on those pretty often. But that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next Friday on the next one. Peace.